Hi. Our science curriculum for the month is all about blocks. The first part of this video is going to be for parents and the second part is going to be for kiddos. So it's a math and science concept using blocks, and the idea is called non-standard measurement. So when we are learning about measurement later on in school, when they're in kindergarten and above, we're going to start using standardized things to measure, like inches or centimeters, right? But before that, we use non-standard measurements, and we kind of do this in our head sometimes naturally, but it's a concept we want to start developing with kiddos. And usually most kiddos have blocks or they have access to blocks, so that's why it's a great way to help them measure. So we're going to first kind of measure up and look at blocks and measuring that way, and then we're going to use the blocks and line them up to measure different things that we might have around the house or wherever. So while we are doing science and math with non-standard measurement, we are going to do some number recognition. So all of this is exposure. Kids do not need to know their numbers or be able to read them, but exposing them to them is great. So this is the tool that I have at school. And you might not have anything like this at home, but you might have a little spinner device for Hi-Ho Cherry-O, or think of another game that you might have at home that has numbers on it. Of course, these have the pictures of the blocks for those that aren't using those numbers yet, but you can help them with that. So if you have something like this, that might be really fun. I also have dice. Kind of hard to see, but these dice have the number printed on it. Also just standard dice. They might be at the point where they have to count, but that's okay, because first thing we're going to do is stack them up and then compare them using that language we did last week. Is it longer or taller, shorter, longer, shorter, bigger, smaller? However you want to use it is just fine. All right, let's start out. We're going to build some towers with blocks, but I'm going to see how many blocks to put in my tower. You ready? I'm going to spin this around. Here's my numbers. If my arrow lands on this number, I'm only going to put one block down. If my arrow lands on this number, I'm going to put 2 blocks down. There you go. If my my arrow ends on this number, that's the number 3, and I will be making a stack of 3 and so on with 4. And then we're going to compare those, okay? So here we go. Let me get a couple more out. Let's spin it. I have to lay it down to spin it, so hopefully you can see it. Oh, my arrow stopped in this quadrant, which is the number 1. 1 block. That's it. Okay, let's see what it's going to spin or stop on next spin. Oh, my arrow stopped in this quadrant, and this is the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help me build a tower with 4 blocks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the 2 towers that I made. How many blocks was in this tower? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many blocks was in this tower? Just 1. Which tower is taller? Which one is taller? That's right, this one is taller. It has 4 blocks. That's more than just 1 block. Let's do that one more time. This time I'm going to use my dice. Okay, here we go. I love rolling dice. My number that I got is number 2. I'm going to build a stack of 2. 1, 2. Good job. Thanks for your help. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. Ooh, what number is this one? That's the number 5. Help me build a tower with 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one is taller? Which one is shorter? I think the stack with 2 blocks is shorter. Good for you. All right, so you can do some counting and block building. Putting blocks together and getting them as high as you can is also very good for our fine motor skills. If you have Duplos, if you have Legos, all of those will work. That's great. All right, let's use my blocks to measure a couple things. Some of this is going to be approximations, and that's fine. So I have a glue stick here. How many blocks tall is my glue stick? Let's see, I'm going to compare. So, are those about the same height? No, I need another block at least. So, here's another block. Are those about the same height? Not yet. Let's add another block. That's about the same. So my glue stick is about how many blocks tall? Count them if you don't remember. 1, 2, 3. My glue stick is 3 blocks tall. Good for you. Let's try something else that I have here. This is my crayon box. All right, let's see how tall my crayon box is with my little cubes or my blocks here. 1. I need more, don't I? I do. 2. Do I need more or do I stop? I need more. Okay. 3. Is it the same yet or do I need more? I do need more. Wow. Those are about the same height. They're about the same. So how many blocks tall is my crayon box? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. My crayon box is 4 blocks tall. Good for you. We're measuring things. Wow. Let's see. Can we measure one more thing together? Let's measure one of my markers. Let's see how tall this marker is with my cubes. Remember, we have to line it up and they have to be on the same surface or even. Here we go. 1. I need more. 2. 3. Am I done? No, I need more. 4. Oh my goodness, am I done? They're not quite the same yet. 5. And this is kind of where you get into your judgment because they're not quite the same. I'm going to add another one on. Now it's a little too tall, but that's okay. They're about the same. How many in my tower? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My marker is about 6 blocks tall. About. The last thing that I love to do with blocks is just see how tall you can make it before it falls. Once again, this is just a good fine motor skill to practice. Obviously, if you have Duplos or Legos that interlock, then they're gonna stick together no matter what. But if you have some blocks like this is kind of fun. All right, I already have 6 in my tower. Do you think I can keep going? Ooh, let's see how tall we can go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you think I can get one more on? 13. I made a tower of 13 blocks. Whew! I don't even know what's that tall. That's big. Thank you for counting blocks with me today. Think of what you can use in your home as a non-standard measurement. Something you can put end to end to measure other things. Have a good one.